Greetings, everyone. I'm Okesha Diambo, and I welcome you all to a day in the life series by CyberSafe Foundation. And this series is an excellent opportunity for us to gain insights into the lives of cybersecurity professionals and understand the hard work that goes into building a career in cybersecurity. And today we are going to have a conversation with our guest Fazila Kausar, who is a SOC analyst. And before we proceed, I would like to invite everyone to write down where they're joining us from in the chat box. And also, I would like to know if any of you have heard of the term SOC analyst before. Please feel free to share your thoughts also in the chat box. And so, for those who are joining us for the first time, CyberSafe Foundation is a non-profit organization that focuses on contributing to inclusive digital development in Africa across all sectors, including the empowerment of young women in cybersecurity space. And through this series, we hope to inspire and educate the next generation of cybersecurity leaders, including our amazing Cyber Girls fellows who are currently actually undergoing their training for the past 1 month. And also, I would like to take this opportunity to express our gratitude to our partners who have supported the Cyber Girls Fellowship Training Program, and that equips young women with the necessary skills and knowledge to pursue careers in cybersecurity. So, like I said before, our guest for today's episode is Fazila Kausar, a highly experienced SOC analyst in the cybersecurity industry. And I am thrilled to have her today. And I'll give you a brief introduction to her background. I'll read her bio.
Okay, so basically, as
Just a
you
moment, Fazila. Let me just read the bio, then we can go on, please.
sure. So basically,
Okay.
I'm audible now.
Fazila, Fazila, I'll just read the
Mm,
bio. Yeah, for our audience, then I can introduce you later, if that's okay.
okay.
Okay, so we'll go on. I'll read Fazila's Kausar's bio. Fazila is a young and ambitious professional who has made significant strides in her career. She's passionate about cybersecurity and is actively involved in the industry. She completed her bachelor's degree in telecommunications engineering from NED University of Engineering and Technology, Pakistan, with distinction, and immediately began working for leading ISP company of Pakistan. Moving on, she completed her MSc degree in the discipline of information security from NED University of Engineering and Technology, Pakistan, and she later joined Trillium Information Security Systems as a SOC analyst. And currently, she's working as a SOC supervisor in an Australia-based firm. And as a SOC supervisor, Fazila is known for her attention to detail, analytical skills, and ability to work under pressure. So, Fazila,
Mm,
could you
yeah, yeah.
thank you so much. I've just read your bio, and could you please share with us the journey in your cybersecurity field? And we can't wait to learn about your experiences that has led to where you are today. So I'll begin the conversation by welcoming you and wanting to know how you got into cybersecurity field. What really motivated you to be a SOC analyst? Kindly please share with us. Yes, thank you.
Okay. So basically, I started at for the cybersecurity field in June 2020. So basically, initially when I was actually graduated from NED and just like the common students, I have a thought of being doing the job, doing the professional job specifically, right? So when I got graduated from NED, I actually searched for the job a lot and got a job in the ISP, in the largest ISP of Pakistan as customer support executive, which you can call the call center's job.
Mhm.
So I was actually doing that job, but I was actually not enjoying that job because from initial, I always wanted to do something that comes with the professional background or related to your professional degree that I have done. So I actually spent almost 16 months as senior customer support executive with largest ISP of Pakistan, and then I actually got admitted in masters. So when I actually decided that I am going to do MS in information security, this was, if I would say, this was just a choice. I previously I don't have any background. I didn't know what a SOC. I didn't knew about cyber security and nothing else. I was the common people who actually did the engineering degree just for the professional sake, professional degree. And then when I got admitted into the masters, uh, after getting admitted in masters, I got the opportunity from Trillium Information Security Systems for the SOC. At the time of interview, I was just knowing the prerequisite or just the some basic knowledge of the information security or the cyber security field. And then I got luckily I got the interview. My interview was got passed, and I was actually recruited by that company, and I joined. So, if I would say this was just an accident to become the cyber security, to get involved into the cyber security field, if I would say, but I was more than happy to choose this field because when I actually, I always wanted to do the work that I could enjoy. So when I got the opportunity from there and I was working, so I was actually enjoying. Although the working hours I'd spent was more than the normal job, I had the pressure of getting the prerequisite knowledge and the training and all that stuff from there. So obviously, this was actually I had the specifically the hard time in a start, but eventually whenever you get into the new field, you had to work hard, and then you go with the flow. So yeah.
Oh, thank you so much for that amazing short story about how you got into the cybersecurity field. And also, I'm a bit interested to know how your day-to-day tasks are as a SOC analyst. And also, could you please explain to us like the difference between Tier 1 and Tier 2 SOC analysts? Most of us really want to know the difference between the two. Yes, thank you.
Okay. So basically, in the common or the layman term, if I would say the SOC analyst is basically the security operations center analyst, which is actually the cyber security professionals who is actually responsible for monitoring and detecting all the security incidents and within the organization structure. Uh, Commonly the IT's organization's structure, and when you work in the SOC, you had to work for the 24 by 7 or 365 or days. So this is all about the SOC analyst. And if I would throw the light on the SOC analyst level 1 and level 2, or tier 1 and tier 2, so basically the tier 1 analysts are actually responsible for monitoring the security events and alerts and triaging them, and if I would say, they determine whether they require further investigation or not. So basically, the SOC analyst level 1 or the tier 1 analyst comes with the automated tools and the playbooks to perform the initial investigation to any incident or any of the alert, and they escalate more complex investigation to the tier 2 analyst. So basically, the tier 2 analysts are more skilled staff, or you can say the more skilled cybersecurity professional who had the handy experience on both investigating and triaging the incidents and the alerts over there. And they have the more advanced technical skills and are actually responsible for investigating and also resolving and remediating the security incidents that have been escalated to them by the tier 1 analyst. So both of them, they could also be involved in doing the analysis on the base of the playbooks that they have been provided by their company or the organization or the some of the skilled staff. Or if I would say, they also involved in creating and updating the playbooks and procedures to improve the efficiency and effectiveness of the SOC. So yeah, that's all about.
Oh, thank you so much for the great explanation. I know now most of the participants who are joining in, especially our cyber girls, who are really interested to be SOC analysts. I hope they're really taking that into consideration, knowing the difference between a tier one and tier two SOC analyst. And I'm
Hmm.
also excited to see that majority of us are joining us from different parts of Africa, and that's so beautiful. And also, on to my next question is, like I said, majority of our participants are our cyber girls, and they're considering a career in cybersecurity. How will they know if being a SOC analyst will be a good fit for them? Like, what are some of the key interests and skills that are required for this job? Yes.
Okay, so if I would say to if anyone of us wanted to know that if they are the good fit for the SOC analyst or the cyber security profession, they must know their if I would say they must know their traits, they must know their about their personalities, because everything, whenever you come with any of the profession, that comes with your traits. So, with your cybersecurity profession or with the SOC analyst profession, you must know about yourself firstly. If you are patient, and if you know, and if you are thrilled to know, or thrilled to learn new things, or you wanted to have the new experiences, you are actually, if I would say, you are actually wanted to explore or experience something different. And if you have the ability to work under pressure as well. So these are the softer skills, basic softer skills, if you wanted to become the SOC analyst. And if I would talk about some of the professional trainings and all the stuff, so basically, if anyone of like me, if they come with the engineering background, specifically from the electronics or the telecommunications background, so they do have the prerequisite knowledge of the networking field, right? And if anyone of wanted to become the SOC analyst, and they don't have the networking basic skills, then they first have to know about the little bit information, or little bit education related to the networking field or the security field. So they would know the terms that used in the cyber security field, because when you actually recruited by any of the company or any of the bank or any of the MSSP, so they would that comes again, that differs from organization to organization, but again, they would not tell you about the terms that use in the cybersecurity field. So if you wanted to become the SOC analyst, you have to know the terms that that actually the part of this field or the cyber security field. So of course, both of the courses, if I would say, networking and the security, CompTIA networking plus or the security plus course, both are the prerequisite courses that everyone must have the prerequisite knowledge to, if they wanted to uh, get into this field. So yeah.
Oh, thank you so much. Actually, now I feel like I can really fit in being a SOC analyst, considering you said some amazing skills from the technical skills and also the soft
Hmm.
skills. I hope they have really learned, also realized that being a SOC analyst means you have to work under pressure. And also, this has been really evident in our training with our cyber girls. They really, that's something that they can really do, because for the past 1 month, they can really attest to them being always being put under pressure to make sure that they complete all their tasks on time. And also,
Yeah.
I would like to know, like, if there is, for instance, if there's a challenging project or experience that you faced
Hmm.
while working as a SOC analyst. Like, I really want to know the challenging projects and also like the lessons that you learned from this experience. Yes, thank you.
Okay, so basically, if, as I said earlier, it was not planned that I would get into the cybersecurity field. It was, I actually came into this field uh, just because as I wanted to do some of the professional job that comes with that goes with my professional degree and all that stuff, right? So basically, if I would say, so whenever you get into the new field, obviously, I was from the I had actually done my bachelor in the telecommunications engineering. And if you switch from the telecom to the IS or the information security field, there is a huge gap. So to fill that gap, so initially the first of, if I would say, the first 7 to 8 months was quite tough, because I was, as I said, that I did not have any of the prerequisite knowledge like networking plus. Although I have did or I have learned some of the terms and conditions and terms in my bachelor's as well, but of course I need to know more than that into this field. So obviously, if I would talk about all this, so all of us had to know about. I actually had the hard time initially in the start, like 7 to 8 months were quite tough, because as I was exploring this field, I was getting know about the stuff, and I was actually knowing about how this works. I was actually knowing about how the companies uh, supports their employees, and how the companies train their staff, right? And if I would talk about the experience into this field, so if I would say, to get into this field you must have the very good communication skills, so that, because sometimes you have the knowledge, but if you can't deliver the knowledge to the other person, if you can't uh, uh, explain the things that you have analyzed, and you have been received by some of the person, or by some of the blogs, or all the stuff, or the information. So obviously the good communication is very very important into this field.
Thank you so much. And also, for those who are joining us, I really want to know if you have any questions for our guests today. Just write them down. We'll take care of them after during our conversations. And also, for Fazila, I really want to know, like, are there any other cybersecurity roles or career paths that someone can explore after working as a Tier 1 SOC analyst for a few years? Especially, I'm really interested to know the entry level career paths. This is specifically for those who really want to transition to cybersecurity. Yes, thank you.
Okay, so of course, every the cyber security field, if I would say, is an emerging field. So if I would talk about the other professions that comes under the tree of the cyber security,
Hi, Fazila. I think you're mute.
okay, so am I audible now?
Yeah, yeah, we can hear
Okay.
you now.
Okay. So if I would say, there are multiple fields into the cybersecurity profession. If you wanted to know that what are the other options other than the SOC analyst, or the tier one, uh, or level one in the cybersecurity field, you can go to the you can opt the tier two option if you are enjoying, or if you wanted to explore the SOC, the security operations center more, a little bit more. And again, there are some other fields like the threat intelligence analyst. You can go with that. uh, the some of them, like, you can have the SIEM administrator as well, because the SOC people are actually working on the same solution most likely, so they know about how the SIEM works. So if you do have the background with the uh, coding and all that stuff, and if you had the like the best options if you have the background related to the computer science field that comes with the coding and all that stuff and algorithms, if you know that very well, you can opt the same engineer option or the same administrator as well. You can opt the cloud security engineer as well, because over there you are actually specific with the cloud stuff, right? So obviously there are other options with this field as well.
Thank you so much, Fazila. And our participants who really want to be future SOC analysts, at least now you can know the entry level and how you can get into the field. And also, Fazila, I really want to know what you find most challenging and most intriguing aspects of being a SOC analyst. Like, what's the most challenging thing when you wake up every day just to go to work, and what when you do your work? I really want to know everything about the most challenging part of being a SOC analyst. Yes.
Okay, so you are if you wanted to become the SOC analyst, the most important part is, as I said earlier, is the patience. Mm, the patience is the most important key, because sometimes you read the blogs and or learn the different things, and you got some like you got exhausted, right? Because there are a lot of stuff in this field. And if you get into this field, you if you would read all the stuff and all the things on the same time, you will get overwhelmed and you will get confused. So obviously, the first thing is the patience. And if I would say, the second thing is the self motivation, because in the SOC profession, you could have the hard time as well, and no one would be there to counsel, or no one would be there to tell you that how to handle the situation. So obviously, you must be the you must be the person who is actually the self motivated, right? And the third, if I would say, the person should know where he wants to go, right? Because the cybersecurity profession is just a broad term, right? That goes with the cloud security, that goes with the same administrator, that goes with the, you can say, the pen testing, that goes with the SOC analyst, that goes with the threat intelligence analyst, that goes with the other profession as well. So first of all, you must know that in which field you want to grow, right? And be stuck to that. Like, just explore one field at one time, because if you would read all the stuff at all the time, again, that you would get overwhelmed and you will get confused. Like, every field has its own area that needs to be covered, that needs to be done. So if you wanted to become the SOC analyst, so I would recommend, just explore the field, just explore the items, just explore the information that related to the security operation center. However, the sum of the field, like the DFIR, the forensic, the threat intelligence, the pen testing, all the things, all the professions do have the touch with the SOC as well. But do get the information, which is actually mandatory to this, to remain in this field. So yeah.
Thank you so much. And I love that everybody is actually really active. I'm really loving the energy in the room. And I love that you've really listed down three amazing qualities that we should
Hmm.
possess when you want to be into even the, not really SOC analysts, even. But also in the cybersecurity field as a whole. And the first one is patience and also self motivation. That's actually a really important aspect in our day to day life. And also, like, having a vision on where you want to be. And I'm actually hoping that our participants are taking all these notes down and actually looking forward. I'm really actually looking forward to seeing how you're going to take these qualities into work, and especially our cyber girls who are currently training. I'm really looking forward to that. So also, Fazila, back to you. I really want to know if there would have been a different career path besides being as a SOC analyst. What will it be for you? And what would you think that would draw you to it? Because I also noticed that apart from you being a SOC analyst, you have your bachelor's degree you have in telecommunications, and
Hmm.
I'm really more interested to know if you could have preferred a different career path, what could it be? Yeah, thank you.
So, when I was a child, I always wanted to counsel, or I always wanted to teach something different to different people, right? So when I get into the cybersecurity field, if I would not be into this field, obviously, as per my thinking or as per my path that I would choose, that would be the teaching profession, right? Because that's the other, you could say, that's the other aspiration for me, right? That's the other passion for me, because I always wanted to teach, and I always wanted to be in touch with educating the people, right? So if I would not be into the cybersecurity field, I would might be somewhere teaching at any of the university or any of the college. So yeah.
Thank you so much. And also, I really want to know, how, based on your personal experiences in the cybersecurity field, if someone who is just starting their journey in cybersecurity, I know that you've actually generalized in the SOC analyst, and I just want to know, because some of our girls don't only want to be SOC analysts, they want to venture into different paths in the cybersecurity. I really want to know, based on your personal experiences, some amazing advice that you can give someone who just starting in their journey. Yes. Thank you.
So if you wanted to know or break down all the steps to become the SOC analyst, so obviously, initially, if I would say, you would have the prerequisite knowledge that is actually related to the networking field, right? The other would be the security, the secure information security basics, the prerequisite. However, whenever you join any of the company, there, which I consider, right, if any of the employer get hired, do hire some of the if fresh graduates who wanted to be into the cybersecurity field, there should be some sort of training modules that could train the people, and they would get the chance to explore more of more of that they have the previous knowledge, right? And if I would talk about the tools, so obviously, uh, in this era of information, we do have the access to all of the information. Every information is available to the internet. So obviously, there are some of the free platforms which are actually used in the SOC analyst profession or the SOC operations. You could explore the Wazoo at your own experience, at your own place. You could do have the different labs on your systems, and you could explore the Curadar information or the Curad. You could, like, obviously, you would get perfect with time, but obviously, to get into any of the field, what I consider, you should have the prerequisite knowledge. You should have the some sort of minimum language, so that when you get into the field, when you join the firm, you would not be blank, that why you are here. Obviously, you should know that, you should know the purpose. You should know that how the things works into this field where which you are actually joining, right? So obviously, the prerequisite information or the education is very important.
Thank you so much. We're almost coming to an end of our amazing conversation. And on a lighter note, we really want to know, what's your favorite pastime activity, apart from you being a SOC analyst or professional life. We really want to know what you really love doing when you're not working, so that at least you're not immersed in your work all the time. Yeah.
uh, can you please repeat the question again? I
Oh,
just
thank you.
lost the connection.
Okay, no problem. We've really learned so much about you being a SOC analyst, your journey,
Hmm.
what you love doing as a SOC analyst, your personal experiences, and we're really interested to know what other activities that you do when you're not working. For example, me, when I'm not working, most of the time you'll find me reading or just listening to some podcasts. So you really want to know what activities you really love doing apart from working when you're
Okay,
not working,
so
actually.
also, in my non-working hours, I do explore the the training, the free trainings that are actually available for the limited time and the informational stuff on the LinkedIn and other platforms as well. So I do the free courses in the free time. I do read the blogs in my free time, and uh, I do have the knowledge. I do have the habit of reading, like whether you read the blogs, whether you read the book related to the cybersecurity field or any of the other, like that actually not relate. I'm not specific to that. I would read in my leisure time the book or the information related to the cybersecurity field, but that the reading is the main that I would say. So yeah.
Ah, that's so beautiful. And we are actually now going to our questions and answer part. I know our participants really want to know other things that we haven't talked about, that they really want you to share with them. And our first question is, do you have any resources that helped you while studying, so that you can share with us? Do you have any resources that helped you when you are studying? Please kindly share them with us. Yes.
Okay, so basically, when I get a step into the speed, I actually started my all the career with starting the Network Plus and the Security Plus stuff, which CompTIA provides. So you can check the library content over there. They do have a lot of learning modules for both of the courses, like the Security Plus and the Networking Plus as well, right? And if you would done both of the two, you could have, like, there is a promotional offer which ISC Score also providing, the certified in the cyber security certification, right? You could do that. That's a basic or the basic level certification, that which I would say which covers the most of the areas which everyone knows when they get into this field or when they wanted to get into this field. So these are the basics, and if you wanted to explore the some of the other the tools, you could explore the Wazoo options. You could explore the QRadar community edition as well. Both of them are the free and are the free edition. You could explore and see how we could investigate the alert and the offenses over there. You could integrate all of your home network with them, with these tools. So I think that would be enough
Yeah, thank
initially.
you so much. That was quite detailed. And also, we're going to our next question. As a SOC analyst, do you
Hmm.
need to know in-depth knowledge of other areas such as GRC analysts or pen testers?
So, as I mentioned earlier, the SOC is a field which is actually connected with some of the other fields, like the GRC, the pen testing, the threat intelligence, and the SEAM admin training as well. So obviously, you would not require the in-depth knowledge of these areas, but of course, you should have the basic knowledge of all these areas. Like, if I would say, from the GRC perspective, you should know the risk and the associated types. You should know how do the compliance work. You should know what is actually governance. If we talk about the pen testing, you should know about the some basic pen testing terms. You should know about the some of the basic techniques which could be utilized for performing an attack to any of the organization, like DOS, how we could perform the DOS attack and the DDoS attack, how we could hijack any of the system, how we could throw the ransomware attack. So obviously, you would not require the in-depth knowledge, but again, you should know the some of the basic knowledge with both of all of these fields.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. We had a little technical niche that we're working on.
Hmm. No problem.
Sorry about that. Just a second. We are back. Sorry for that. Our third
No
question
problem.
is: how did you identify job opportunities related to SOC? Yeah.
Okay, so basically, uh, I would uh, so there are actually platforms available, which I would prefer. The top platform on which you can search the opportunities related to the SOC is LinkedIn. And the other thing, with it's my perception, when you get into, if you wanted to get into this field, you should have the strong bonding with the colleagues and with the co-workers who are actually in this field, right? So they would let you know if they do have any of the open opportunities into their into their departments. And you should uh, you should explore the job opportunities on LinkedIn and other platforms. If I would say the Indeed is the one, and many of the other options are available there. But of course, you should have the strong bonding. You should have the good communication with them who are actually the part of the SOC already. So they would let you know if they do have any of the good opportunity into their firm. And uh, to get into this field, the first important thing is just start just just start with this field, and later on you will explore this field. And if you get into this field for the first time, initially you would not be getting the high pay and all the stuff in some of the cases. But just start with this field, and later you will be having uh, the more good opportunities than that you had earlier.
Thank you so much. And we're moving to our next question. Would you say starting as a SOC analyst tier one is a good starting point for someone wanting to venture into the cybersecurity field?
Okay, so again, uh, if you wanted to get into the cybersecurity field, as I said earlier, you wanted to know about your personality. You should know about your personal traits. You should know how you wanted to work, because when you get into the SOC specific to the SOC, they would run the 24 by 7 operations. And you, if you can't manage the 24, and if on 20, if you can't work into the 24 by 7 operations, if you can't work in on the holidays as well, if you can't make sure that you would be available, so obviously the SOC is actually not for you. But again, if you would manage all the stuff, if you could work on the holidays, if you could work on the 24 by 7, which includes uh, all of the shift, morning, evening, night, if you do have the stamina to work in the night shift as well, if you are actually self motivated, if you do have the good communication, if you have the habit of analyzing the data, uh, analyzing the good data stuff, so obviously the SOC would be the good start to get into this field.
Thank you so much. And our next question is actually something that I really love. Did you have any difficulties or did imposter syndrome pull you back when you started this journey?
No, if I would if I would honest into this question, obviously no. So when I started this field, it was my personal choice, right? And when I get into the SOC, I from the day one, I know, I knew that this is going to be the 24 by 7 operation, and I had to make myself available. I this so in some of the cases it requires the traveling as well. So obviously I knew all the pros and cons of the SOC field. So yeah, that was my choice, and I am still on the same point that I'm still enjoying this field.
Oh, thank you. I love that imposter syndrome didn't really hinder you from pursuing what you really want to do. There's actually quite a challenge when it comes to women wanting to venture into technology field. Most of us really find the imposter syndrome really hindering us from pursuing what we really want to do. And I really love that that wasn't your case. And our next question is, how long did it take you to get your first job as a SOC analyst after changing career paths?
Okay, so basically, as I said earlier, initially when I started my job in 2018, it was started as the customer support executive, right? And after doing that job like 5 to 6 months, I got the idea that I'm not gonna explore this field because that was not for me, right? And then I got decided to switch the job, but obviously at any point in my life I never knew that I would be the one who is going to opt this field. So I was just searching the good opportunity which could relate to my professional degree, and then I got the job. So it's hardly take 1 year, and at that time I didn't knew that I didn't knew the prerequisite knowledge. I didn't done any of the free trainings. I didn't explore the open source tools at that time. So if I could do that earlier, obviously the time of getting this job would be, I think, would get reduced.
Thank you so much. And we're almost coming to the end of our questions and answer part. We want to know what were your fun moments being a SOC analyst, or which of your successes really gave you that eureka feeling?
Okay, so if I would talk about the fun moments of being a SOC analyst, so when you complete your shift, because it's actually the straight 8 hours shift in in the normal organization, right? So when you complete the 8 hours shift and you would done all the tasks that has previously assigned to you in the starting of the shift by your manager or by your team lead, so if you would done that, that was a fun moment for me.
That's so beautiful. We really love to hear such kind of stories. And also, our next question is: after being a SOC analyst, what is the upgrade hierarchy? Like, or what will be the next position? Yes.
Okay, so when you get into the cybersecurity field as a SOC analyst, tier one position, you would get, after getting the experiences and all the stuff, after getting the lot of information and getting the handling, how to handle the offenses and alerts and incidents, you will be promoted to the tier two position, then tier three, then the supervisor, then the manager, then the team lead, and so on.
Oh, thank you so much. And one of our participants was really keen when you say that you work 24/7, and they really want to know, how do you balance up your family and professional life if you would say that you're working 24/7?
Okay, so basically the 24 by 7 means 24 hours a day and 7 days a week. Like the SOC operations runs 365 a days with non-stop monitoring, right? And if I would talk about how I balance this with my family life, so I think that against you, specifically for the girls or any of the women, you cannot be successful if you don't have the family support, right? So initially, if you wanted to get into this field, you would be getting the hard time. You would be working or reading or getting the information related to, or you would be training like for a straight 12 hours, which is actually uh, uh, which you can't manage with your family, right? But afterwards the things become a smooth. You after the time, as other professions, you after some time you know handle how to handle the job and the family. Because whenever in any of the field wherever you work, you would after some time you would know that how I am going to manage. You know the flows of the work, how to work. So obviously after some time you manage
Thank
this
you
with
so
family
much.
life.
Yeah, thank you so much. I hope whoever asked the question about 24/7 can now really understand, because not only as a cybersecurity professional, in all professionals, you really have to know how to manage your personal life and professional life so that one doesn't overlap the other. And also, for you, the sake of your personal development, you really have to know how to handle the two. So, we're coming to the last question for our session today. And the question is, what programming or coding skills comes with being a SOC analyst?
So I think uh, just a basic knowledge of programming the code and the coding skill would be enough to be in the SOC analyst. But obviously after when you explore this field, you would be having the some of the touch from the pen testing field. So of course, but just a little information, if you would know that how to write the basic program in Python or the C plus or Java, that would be enough.
Thank you so much. We've just come to the end of our amazing conversation. We wish that we could go on and go on, but now time is not on our side. And I would like now to get you off. Okay, want to really thank you, Fazila, for sharing your knowledge and
Thank
experiences with
you.
us today. We've really enjoyed the discussion, and I hope everyone who was participating today has gained more valuable insights into the world of cybersecurity and also into the world of being a SOC analyst. And to our cyber girls in attendance, I want to encourage you to pursue your passion for cybersecurity and never give up on your dreams. Remember the most important skills that you're told: be patient, be self-motivated, and actually know where you really want to go in your career. This field is actually constantly evolving, and there are always new challenges to tackle and also opportunities to seize. Remember to continue learning, networking, and seeking out new experiences that will help you grow in your career. And most importantly, don't be afraid to take risks and try new
Yeah,
things. That's actually often the greatest learning. That's where greatest learning and growth really comes from. Thank you all for joining us today, and I wish you the best of luck in your cybersecurity careers. Thank you so
thank
much,
you.
Fazila.
Thank you.